You know when you have amazing footage that it can only be shot horizontally. It can't be done vertically. Just with the rule of thirds, everything the way it lined up, it can only be done horizontally. But of course today we live in a vertical world with Instagram and TikTok. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3-tier reel that you've been seeing all over the place. So that way you can still show your horizontal footage. Now we're going to be using Final Cut Pro. I'm going to be showing you 2 examples of horizontal reels to kind of spark some creativity. But before we dive into the meat and potatoes of the content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's dive into Final Cut Pro. All right, so when you open up Final Cut Pro, the first thing you need to do is go to File, New Project, make sure that vertical is selected as an option. We need to make sure that our color is in Rec 709 and our resolution is basically 4K. You can export it as 1080p, which is what I'd recommend because Instagram doesn't support 4K. You're gonna hit OK, and now we have our project that we're ready to work with. I have my 3 clips that are already completely color graded. They look so good horizontally. I tried to do this shot vertical, it couldn't line up. I liked the boat slightly off center and then me walking out into the river there. So here's what we're gonna do. It's actually super easy. So I think my bottom clip, which just FYI, your bottom clip should be the least interesting since it's kind of covered up by the Instagram UI and the like and the heart in the comments and all that. And it's slightly darkened because Instagram adds a gradient. We're gonna decide to put our most, I don't wanna say boring shot, but our least interesting shot of the 3 on the bottom, which I think, in my opinion, is going to be this shot right here, which is me just flying the drone along the ground really quickly. Looks cool, but all in all, it's just, it's a pretty basic shot. So we're gonna put that in our timeline first. So here's our first shot. Now, I think I want my middle shot to be my most interesting, which is going to be me walking out to the boat right here. And I think I want my top one to be this shot right here with the drone panning slowly, and we can see the sun star with the drone lens right here. So now we're going to take this one and we're going to put it on top. So now I have my 3 shots here. Now as you can see, they're completely covered up. So what we're going to do is I like to start on the bottom. So the bottom clip right here, that's the one we have selected. I'm going to go to our button right here. I'm going to go to distort and click on this button right here, which is going to give me free transformation of it. And I think I'm going to put it probably like right there. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to hit done. We're going to go to our middle clip, which is the one of me walking. We're not going to move it for now. We're going to go to the top one here and we're going to click on it. We're going to go under the distort, click this button right here, and we are going to move it up right here, and then we're going to hit done. So here's what we have so far. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now note that all 3 of these clips are the exact same length. I would make your reels probably no longer than 15 to 20 seconds. This maxes out at 15:08, perfect. So now we need to make some fine adjustments. Now I'm gonna start with the middle one, and since I was filming with 2 different cameras, the DJI Mavic 3 and the Sony a7 IV, our aspect ratios are slightly different, so we need to get rid of these black bars right here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to scale, and I'm gonna zoom in. I think 110 is roughly what we want, if I can remember correctly. We'll go to the top one here, same thing. We'll go up to 110. And then our bottom clip, we will also scale it to 110. So we're almost there. Let's take it up maybe, let's do 112 on each of them. So we'll go here and change this to 112. And we'll go to the top one and change this one to 112 as well. So now we have something that's looking pretty nice. So let's go full screen on this. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so for our next example, I have these 3 clips right here for running. Now, as you can see, I have them all laid out on the timeline. Now I had to do some clever retiming to make this work. Now we have our first clip here, which is the first clip that we actually filmed that I wanted to be on the top, the first thing that plays. So that's going to be right here on the bottom. Then we have our second clip, which is right in front of the lights that we're going to put right here in the middle. And then we have our final clip, which was the last thing that we filmed, I'm gonna put on the top. So after retiming and making all this work, we now have something that looks like this. So she's running along the top, then she goes to the middle, and then the bottom. Looks kind of cool. Now we need to adjust a few things here. So again, we'll look at our 2 clips and we'll disable them by hitting V. Select this first one, and we'll probably bring that up to 113. We'll re-enable our middle clip here. That looks pretty good. And then we'll re-enable our bottom clip, and that needs to be readjusted. So we're just gonna kind of zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Okay, that's all I have for you. Hopefully you can go out and actually feel comfortable taking some horizontal video, knowing now that you can actually make it horizontal video in a reel on Instagram, even though we live in a vertical world. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.